Thanks for your patience. We got a great show for you today, packed with all kinds of new information and a quick reminder or two. Live from the New Media Studio here at beautiful Valley High School, this is Falcon Flash. All right, good morning, students and staff. Today is Tuesday, February 5th. For our patriotic observance, we begin Black History Month with a profile of Medgar Evers. Medgar Evers was born on July 2nd, 1925, near Decatur, Mississippi, and served in the U.S. Army during World War II. After fighting for his country, he returned home to experience discrimination in the racially divided South, with its separate public facilities and services for blacks and whites. Evers graduated from Alcorn College in 1952 and began organizing local chapters of the NAACP, that's the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. In 1954, after being rejected for admission to the then segregated University of Mississippi Law School, he became part of an NAACP campaign to desegregate the school. Later that year, Edgars was named the NAACP's first field secretary in Mississippi. He moved with his family to Jackson and worked to dismantle segregation, leading peaceful rallies, economic boycotts, and voter registration drives around the state. In 1962, he helped James Meredith become the first African-American to attend the University of Mississippi, a watershed event in the civil rights movement. As a result of his work, Evers received numerous threats and several attempts were made on his life before he was murdered in 1963 at the age of 37. On this day, in 1994, white supremacist Brian De La Beckwith was convicted of the murder of the African-American civil rights leader Medgar Evers over 30 years after the crime occurred. Let's learn more about this.
In 1925, there were few opportunities afforded to him as a black man. When World War II broke out in Europe, Evers joined the army, fighting alongside white soldiers from around the world.
It was in Europe as a young man that he came to realize how restrictive Jim Crow segregation was in the South and in his home state of Mississippi.
Upon returning home from the war, Evers took advantage of the GI Bill to attend Alcorn College in Mississippi. While majoring in business administration, Evers took time out of his studies to woo fellow undergrad Merle Beasley. After a year-long courtship, the pair married and started a family in Mississippi that would eventually include 3 children. Inspired by the monumental Brown versus Board of Education decision, Evers quit his stable job as an insurance salesman to put his talents to work for the civil rights movement. Although his efforts to integrate the University of Mississippi Law School failed when they did not admit him, the NAACP took notice of the ambitious Evers and appointed him their first field secretary.
This is a man who for 8 or 9 years organized in a state where civil rights workers would disappear. To be a member of the NAACP and to be the front person of that organization in the state was a remarkably courageous act.
Evers quickly settled into a job of shaking up the establishment. Focusing on crimes against blacks, he set up boycotts against white-owned businesses that practiced discrimination and helped investigate acts of violence, such as the Emmett Till lynching, where a 14-year-old black boy was lynched for just talking to a white woman. Evers' position as a symbol of the civil rights movement solidified with his attempts to get fellow African-American James Meredith admitted to the previously all-white University of Mississippi. Although Meredith was admitted to the school, race riots broke out, leading to the death of 2 white people. Angry white supremacists sent death threats to Evers, hoping that fear and intimidation would curb his efforts to integrate the South. But Evers had fought too hard to stop now. The tides were changing, and Evers was proud to be leading the cause. However, Medgar's efforts came to a violent conclusion. On June 12, 1963, as Evers was returning home from an NAACP meeting, KKK member Byron De La Beckwith shot Evers in his driveway as he was getting out of his car. Evers was killed instantly. Arrested for the crime, Byron De La Beckwith was tried twice by all-white juries in 1964. Both trials ended with hung juries. In 1994, new evidence from one of Beckwith's prison guards brought him back to the courts for a third and final time. The guard claimed Beckwith bragged about shooting Evers. Convicted after only 6 hours by a mixed-race jury, Beckwith got life in prison. Although only living a short 38 years, Evers' legacy has lived on through the struggle for equal rights. Outrage over his death increased the power of the movement in Washington, eventually leading to the creation of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. His wife Merle has worked writing books and setting up memorials so that blacks and whites alike will remember his poignant motto, "Violence is not the way."
All right, justice will prevail. My bad on yesterday's picture of the day. I neglected to credit Junior Joel Vieira for having provided this great shot for us for the broadcast. There you go, Joel. For today's picture, Junior Javier Catalan shows off his photography skills and creativity by catching Valley's reflection in one of the many puddles that formed after the storm. Well done, Javier. Everybody here in the studio is marveling at this. If you have captured a view of Valley that you would like to share, send it to me and you could be featured on the next Falcon Flash. And now here's Solace with today's Falcon Flash.
Good morning, Falcons. Here's today's Falcon Flash. The girls' water polo team enters postseason CIF competition today at 5 against Marymount High School. Get to the pool deck this evening and cheer on the Lady Falcons. Bible Club meets today in 10-1 during lunch. Pizza will be provided and all are welcome. The football banquet is tomorrow at 4:30 in the cafeteria. All football players are welcome, no cost. Welcome to Black History Month. The Ethnic Studies class, in celebration of this special month, will unveil a new mural every day until Thursday. See it during nutrition break in Building 6 for the second unveiling of the week. Our student recognition ceremony is tonight at 5 in the auditorium for those students who made the honor roll or perfect attendance or principal's honor roll this fall semester. The chorus recruitment fair is on Thursday this week. Did you know that there are lots of ways to get your minimum of 2 years of PE credits? Besides PE, we offer body conditioning, dance, and 3 seasons of athletics, cheerleading, and color guard. Plus, Ms. Hagan is always looking for students interested in being buddies to the special education students in their PE classes. To find out more about these classes and the responsibilities that go with each of these, please find the PE table in Valley Alley during Thursday's recruitment fair. Hey seniors, Thursday is also the senior assembly. For those of you who are not helping out in the fair, Ms. Gibbs has some great information for you all, and we hope to see you attend this short class assembly after break on Thursday. Those who attend or help out in the fair will be entered in a raffle. Prizes include Valley gear, $25 to Amazon, and one lucky winner will receive a ticket to the spring dance that is on February 21st at the Orange County Mining Company. Tickets for the dance are on sale on ASB for just $40.
Hey everybody, it is National School Counselor Week. Our counselors are a great and caring group of people who are an incredible asset to our school and community. All week, they will be sharing their views of their jobs with a daily prompt they are answering. Today, they tell us what they have learned as a school counselor. Ms. Garcia Ortiz says that she has learned that I make stronger connections and can hope for a better outcome when I start each interaction with kindness. Mr. Guillen has learned that students are resilient. I learn more from my students than they learn from me. For Mr. Lulo, we have the lesson that a positive attitude will lead to positive outcomes. Dr. Padilla shares that he's learned, I hope these are all right together. Oh, you can't even see that one. Oh, Dr. Padilla, we've learned something for tomorrow. All right, Dr. Padilla shares that he's learned that despite the life challenges that students endure, they grow stronger, become resilient, and build character. Trust me, that's what it says on it. And Ms. Perez has learned that any student can succeed if they believe in themselves and have a positive mindset. All right, students, you can participate in School Counselor Week as well and show your appreciation to these dedicated professionals. There's a Google form in your Falcon Flash classroom where you can give your feedback and show a little love. Random answers will be read on the air each day this week during Counselor Appreciation Week. All right, the Global Business Academy is having a Global Marketing Day on Friday during lunch in Valley Alley. Academy students will be here each day to tell you what they have to sell at the market. Today, we feature this group. Take it away.
Hey guys, my name is Harold Ramos.
I'm Esmeralda.
I'm Xiomara.
And we are presenting our company name, Stupid Cupid, by the Global Business Academy.
Our company is selling 2 different t-shirts designed for this upcoming Valentine's.
There will be an affordable price of $12, and we will be located at Valley Alley during lunch.
Hola Falcons. Nuestra compañía está vendiendo dos diferentes tipos de camisas para este día de San Valentín. Las camisas saldrán $12 por camisa y podrás elegir tu propio diseño este febrero 8 a febrero 13.
Don't forget your money.
Hey, good morning, Falcons. Seniors, I am looking forward to our time this Thursday. Today, I want to reinforce the idea that there is money available for all students, regardless of your residency status, to pursue your post-secondary educational goals. If you are planning on attending a community college right after Valley, you can get all your classes paid for, but you need to apply for financial aid. The deadline to apply is March 2nd. The 8-3 Computer Lab will be open every Wednesday in the month of February with staff members ready to assist you with either your FAFSA or California DREAM Act application. Tomorrow would be a great day to come in since it's a modified day and the lab will be open from 12:30 to 4 p.m. See my Google Classroom for the types of documents you should bring with you or stop by my office at lunch and pick up a cheat sheet of information.
Only 28 grad night tickets are left. And that's it for today's Falcon Flash. And remember,
Falcon Fever, catch it!